Rise and grind. The cigars that changed my life. Let's have this conversation. Welcome to Rise and Grind, where we equip you, we share with you the best whiskeys, the best cigars. We help you to elevate your leisure time. On this video today, we're not even going to talk about notes, because cigars are so much more than notes. It's so much more than a relative taste profile. Taste is so objective. But there's one thing that we all can say, that at some point you smoked a cigar and it had a significant impact on your life. At some point you marked an occasion with a great cigar. And so I want to share with you 5 cigars. I'm not even going to tell you what they taste like. I might say they're going to be good. And so we know that they're going to be good. But these are cigars throughout my journey, throughout my life. These are cigars that really stood out for me. And so let's have this conversation. The first one I've shared with you so many times. We've got the Tabernacle. And so everything about this cigar, my family background is from Jamaica. This cigar, it has this Ethiopian emperor. And so in Jamaica, anything connected to Ethiopia, anything connected to Haile Selassie, this is a big part of the Jamaican culture, a big part of the reggae culture. And so to have this cigar and to have this image on here, it really meant a lot to me. And so just paying homage to this great man. There's also a lot of biblical associations. And so yes, I'm a pastor. And so when you look at this man who's supposed to be a direct descendant of King David, and so whenever I look at this cigar, I get a lot of pride. This is one of the first great cigars, one of the cigars that I fell in love with. Whenever I smoke this, I have what I call a crazy experience. And so I did a whole video on that. Just love this cigar. I do love the way it tastes, Connecticut broadleaf. But the pride that I get, just even looking at this band, the story behind everything that the person on here represents. And so this cigar may mean nothing to you, but it means all the world to me. And so the Tabernacle, when I started smoking cigars, and when I was able to stumble onto this, it really meant a lot to me to have such a cigar. And everything that Foundation does, they tend to take these things that might be insignificant to a lot of people, but for some of us, when we look at a cigar like this, there's a great pride. And so I want to shoot this video without crying and without getting all sentimental on you, but I think, hey, we're gonna just speak from the heart with this one. And so it's not about notes today, it's about matters of the heart. And so we've got the Opus X, a story that I've shared with you. First day in this home that I currently live in, all the lights went out, complete blackout. Stepped outside, lit up an Opus X in the dark. And so what this reminded me of is that even when things seem tough, even when all the lights are out, even when it seems as if your dream house isn't gonna be a dream, you can always just step outside, smoke you a great cigar, have an amazing time. I smoked this cigar in the dark, pitch black dark, the whole neighborhood, complete blackout. The only light that was illuminated was my Opus X. This, every time I look at one of these, yes, it's a great cigar, Dominican, Arturo Fuente, but whenever I look at this, I know that regardless of how dark things may seem, that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And so that's what this cigar reminds me of. And whenever I'm having a bad day, I think, hey, you can go home and smoke you an Opus X. And so just knowing I've always got these on hand seems to make life a little bit better. Next one, we got the Amazon. This is the Amazon Basin. And I've shared some of these stories with you. So if you're watching the lives, if you're watching my videos, you might hear some of these stories. But these are cigars that just mean so much to me. This is so much bigger than just rolled up, dried tobacco leaves. This cigar, first time I smoked this, I'm a preacher, I'm a pastor, and so the first time I was invited to preach at a big conference, And so that was my first big shot. After I left the conference, I went to a cigar lounge and I got this cigar. That was back in 2018 or 19. And this just reminded me of what being on the come up feels like, of what working really hard and finally making it feels like. And so whenever I think about my rise and grind, my journey, I think about this cigar. And so that's why I love it, that it's getting all the hype today, because back in 2018, nobody really talked about it. And so whenever I see this cigar, I remember that night. I remember that night when I gave that presentation. I was nervous, did really good, went to the lounge, smoked this. And so we got 2 more to cover with you, but this is what we do. It's not just about telling you notes. You know the notes, but we are sharing experiences. We're sharing the impact that cigars has had in our lives. And we do this with everything. We got the same passion with whiskey, with cognac, with the lounges. I'm a real person, and we'd like to share with you some real, from the heart, stories, experiences. And so that's what kind of channel this is. It isn't just me giving you random notes and I'm just some random guy. No, you will see me in your lounges. I will respond when you leave a comment. I am a real person doing this to reach out to real people. And so that's what this channel is. It's friends, extended friends. And so if you want to join us, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know what are the most important cigars to you. What are the cigars that really change your life? And what are the cigars that marked moments in your life? Now, I've got cigars I could have shared. I got to talk about when I smoked the Cohiba Beheki at my daughter's at my daughter's wedding. But we won't share that story just yet. We'll share that story on one of the lives. But just to continue, this cigar, the Mil Diaz. And so, again, is it anything significant about this cigar? It's a good cigar put out by Crown Heads. But for some reason, one day I declare that these, and this is a limited edition Magicos, I declare that this is gonna be my celebration cigar. And so I had a whole box of 10 of them. And then I just started doing a whole bunch of good things in life. Got some promotions at work, got some degrees, bought some houses. And then I looked in the box and I realized I only have 2 left. And so whenever I think about these, I'm reminded of, again, the rise, the grind, and this is what I picked to be my celebration cigar. Why? Because someone said this is just like a Cohiba Beheki, and I figured since I can't really buy Cohiba Behekis anymore, then this will be the substitute. And so for every great celebration, I turn to a Mil Diaz special edition, the little Magicos here. And so whenever I look at one of these, I know that something good has just happened. And so that's what this cigar reminds me of. And the last one that we have for you, you can see it already. You got this double Corona. This is the Partagas Lusitania. And so I mentioned this on a live. You won't see me doing a video of this. Why? Because I've got no idea what this tastes like. And I won't for about 3 years. And so I'm just gonna let these sit. I've been hunting for this when I first got into cigars. I'm a big basketball. I played a lot of basketball in high school, college. Michael Jordan's favorite cigar. And so we all remember watching The Last Dance, watching Michael Jordan just smoke these. And watching that, I said, man, what cigar is he smoking? And we all did the research. We all found out that he's smoking the Partagas Lusitania. And I said, yeah, I want to one day be able to do that. And so I searched for these and searched for these. This was way back when The Last Dance came out, years ago. And finally, when I saw that these were available, I went ahead and got me a box. Now, does it mean that I'm gonna play like Michael Jordan? Does it mean I'm gonna become a billionaire? It does mean that there's something about, I saw something, had a desire, searched for it, and I got it. Got a whole box of them. And I'm gonna just let these sit, let these age, just holding this, I can tell that it's still packed with moisture. It's just not ready. And I'm not gonna know, because I'm not gonna even touch these for about 3 years. I sought them out, I hunted them, I had the desire, I know why I bought it, and I now have it. And so that's just something that's special to me. It showed me that, yeah, I could see something on TV, have a desire, work towards it, and get it. And so, wanted to shoot this video just to show you just I guess a different side, and to remind us that cigars is way more than notes and tastes, but it's about the memories, it's about the occasions, it's about the why. And so these cigars, they may not be special to you, but each one of them, they say something special and significant to me. And so we thank you that you spent this time with us. Again, if you want to be part of this community where we have these kind of conversations, this is the type of videos that we do. Check out our lives, Tuesdays at 6, Fridays at 6. Like, comment, subscribe. But most importantly, rise and grind.